All right, this is my daily update for my build and public log. It is January 28th, 2025. Tomorrow is a family member's birthday. Just thought about that. Okay, so this is a quick update again, kind of like yesterday's video. I don't have too much to show, but I will just quickly update you all. So I shared this diagram multiple times in the last few videos. I'm not gonna walk through that here, but this is basically how I'm building my AI agent framework. So I'm building a framework so I can become an expert, learn all there is about actually building real agents that actually work and actually work well, that are not just BS or hype. So I've made a lot more progress on all of this. So I have logging. I have the ability to save and update and collect metrics, errors, successes, etc. But, I wrote a lot of code, and I looked at it, I went over all the code and I went, oh yeah, okay, I added a lot. Now I need to take a step back and do some refactoring, because I want this to be really solid, and I want this to be very easy and flexible to use. Because I'm going to be using this framework. So some of these frameworks and things that people are creating, I kind of wonder, are they using these themselves? Are they happy with how these frameworks have turned out? Some of them I'm very questioning how, why did they do it this way? So I want those answers. I'm not a super expert in building AI agents. I'm trying to become one, and that's how I frankly intend to become an expert, is by building a lot of agents. So it's taken me a long time to do this. Unfortunately, it's taking me longer than I thought it would, but I'm trying to get it right. And remember, this is a framework that I'm going to plug into and build a bunch of agents. So I'm laying down that foundation now. So hopefully once I have that foundation laid, it'll be just plugging in and building a bunch of agents on top of it. So the idea is do a lot of work now, move fast after. That's the intention anyway. So I have most of the refactoring done. Still more to do. The next steps are finish those damn tests, y'all. I'm getting so bogged down in the testing. I'm for this kind of thing, I'm a real stickler for automated tests, unit tests, and I just really want this to be rock solid. I'm kind of jumping around and touching on all of those pieces as I go. Oh wait, actually, if I use this in the app, I want to call it and use it this way. Okay, let me tweak this in the actual agent. This isn't quite working the way I want to. Let me do this. Well, the framework needs updating. So I'm kind of going in a circle of trying to get this right. That's how I work. Maybe that's not the smartest way. And I'm writing a lot of tests and making sure that the thing is really solid. So I'm really anxious to get this done, because I want to get back to AI chat, email, and add the agent there and really start getting that to be really useful. So that is it for my update. I really hope people use what I'm building too, by the way. So on to my random story for the day. I've been hanging out in VR a lot the last few days. So my girlfriend / partner is on the other side of the world. I've spent a lot of time in London the last few years hanging out with her, and I can't really stay there longer, so I have to be here in California till I get more stuff sorted out. And it just gets a little boring talking on the phone all the time. or FaceTime, and it's just like I want to hang out and do stuff with her because we're a really active couple. We have traveled to like 7 countries together and explored all over. So we go on like trips all the time. We're like active. We don't like to just like we hang out at home, but like we like to go do fun shit, and we go out all the time. So it's so dreadfully boring to just be on the phone, and I'm like, we need fun shit to do. Like this sucks. I mean, what can you do remotely? So I'm like, no, we're gonna hang out in VR, and it's cool. They've definitely progressed in making VR better. It's slowly getting better. When they this ties into what I'm building. So hear me out. Things are amazing when developers and other people can build on what you're building. So a platform. Everyone wants to be a platform. The secret to building a platform, I say this all the time, you start off with the very simple case first. That's not a platform. And then you slowly build on top of that and let it become a platform organically and naturally. The coolest products are ones that are very extendable and developers can build on. Twitter became fucking awesome when developers built better third-party apps. Reddit was so much better when there was third-party apps. Reddit has gone down the toilet when they killed off the API, and you used to be able to go to a subreddit and type like what was it? It was like you would type .json or something and get all the data. It was open and it was amazing platform because of that. ChatGPT became really awesome because they let people make their own GPTs, and like you can get way better data. And ChatGPT is honestly an AI API platform is really what it is. They make their money from the API usage, and it's awesome when people are creating like what I'm trying to create because of that. So I want to do the same thing. I want to build something. My dream is to build an AI virtual assistant that people expand upon. It's not going to be locked down. It's going to be awesome because you're going to be able to build on top of it and do whatever you want. So, sorry, I get sidetracked a lot if you haven't noticed. I think the coolest things in VR are the things that people make themselves. Okay. And I remember a while ago, Mozilla is gone, another company that's gone to shit. They killed off all these things. Let me find it. So this is what they had. So I remember when I first got into VR like 4 years ago, and now they like spun it off and said, let it be an open source thing. People want to continue on with this. Go ahead. That's cool and all, but so they don't even have the landing page. I'd have to go to the Wayback Machine. Mozilla had this fucking cool, I don't even know, like open source project where you can create assets like in the browser for VR. And you can go in the browser, like in the Firefox VR, they had this builder / like you build like a little world and host it. It was like that kind of thing. I don't know if you've seen this before, but so you can go in the browser and go to someone's like little world that they built and interact and walk around, and you can build and you can like fork it, and then you can like make your own assets if you're really good at that stuff. And it's like, imagine a VR world, but like on GitHub where you could fork it and make changes. And I thought that was awesome. And I played around with making this like years ago and making my own and going in there, and you can run around in the browser. You like real time with people who are doing it in VR. I thought this was amazing. This is what I want so bad, because the coolest stuff is the stuff people make, not what Meta makes. I'm sorry, but the shit that Meta, Facebook makes, it's boring. It's so locked down. It's so restrictive. There's hall monitors, watching people, making sure you don't say anything. No, that's corporate dystopia and trash. The real magic is when you let people run wild and create stuff. So I'm so bummed that they got rid of this. I mean, it looks like it still kind of exists, but it sucked, to be honest. Like, it needed a hell of a lot of money and engineering and work behind. But it was so rad, and I experimented with this a bit, but then they killed it. So the things that we've been doing in VR, my partner and I, is big screen. VR is my favorite app, and it's gotten so good because exactly what I said. They let people create worlds, and you're going to go run around, and they have screens all over, so you can play whatever you want. You can watch YouTube videos, music videos, movies, whatever the hell you want. And people build these worlds you run around in and have fun in. And we just had a blast in this cool world that someone made. It's hard to explain. We were flying around in a UFO on a carousel, and this like flying thing, hopping around in clouds on rides. So I'm so happy that they did that. It made it so much funner and nicer. Really, kudos to that team for doing that. And honestly, what a win-win. If you let other people build on top of your thing, you're not spending resources and money to build. You're just opening it up for other people. So I love that illustrates perfectly visually. You can go and touch and see kind of what I've been saying all along. Open it up for people to expand upon, and your thing will blossom and be awesome because of it. So go developers. That's all I got for today. See you tomorrow.